Hi guys, it's Tim from PC Gamer here. I'm joined again by Tom and Tom. We're going to talk about our action game of the year. Action, I guess, traditionally kind of talks about shooters. Really, there's not really that many shooters in this category, which is kind of interesting this year. So the first two highly commended games, the first one of which is Orcs Must Die, which came out of nowhere. It's a sort of tower defense game made by the guys who kind of formed from the Collapse Ensemble, who used to make Age of Empires. All it is there's some doors over there, orcs come out and you lay traps for them. Played from a third person perspective, you're a little wizard. The wizard, he's an incredibly arrogant dick, actually. He's just a complete jerk.
You are an asshole.
But I absolutely love it. I think it's a fantastic little game. We all seem to love it in the office as well.
Yeah, it's one of those games where the concept sounds kind of cool. You're interested. Tower defense was a big deal, and people are starting to find interesting ways to mess around with it. And then pretty much the second you play it, you realise this is awesome. Like the movement just feels brilliant. You're just firing a little crossbow is really cool. And then when you start to set up traps, it just gets ridiculous. Like the orcs come in stupidly thick hordes. There's just hundreds and hundreds of them. And you can set up springboards that just toss them into lava, or spike traps that just shred them, and tar that slows them down. And it's all about just combining those things into these horrible death traps where you kind of start to feel sorry for these things that you massacre.
I think one of the fun things about it is the art in this game is dead good. Like the animation's really fun, and the orcs themselves just feel really enthusiastic. Like them charging towards their death, you never feel sorry for them. You just feel gleeful at the kind of pain you're going to inflict. Well, maybe that's just me. But I really recommend it. One of the other things as well is that there's excellent leaderboard support that's integrated into Steam. So if you are playing it with a bunch of friends, then there is a level of competition in it which is quite engaging. Second action game of the year, big shooter franchise, Battlefield 3. Came out towards the end of the year. It did have problems when it launched, and I think there's no way we can't acknowledge that. But in terms of action, Battlefield 3 has all the action. There's no action left because Battlefield 3 has taken it.
It has all the explosions.
Tom, kind of, you're still playing it, and you're still exploding.
I'm still exploding every other second. I think the action feels so much tighter in Battlefield 3 than it did in Bad Company 2. There are a lot of things that they basically fixed from Bad Company 2. The guns were just mental in Bad Company 2. They were like that. You hold it for a second, bullets spray everywhere. Now it feels really tight. Bullets are really deadly. People go down in a few shots, and that just basically makes all of your actions feel. There's more consequence to firing a weapon in Battlefield 3 than there is in Bad Company 2.
It's incredibly noisy as well.
Yeah, the sound is incredible. There's a sound mode called War Tapes in the options menu, and if you've got a good set of headphones, then I would recommend doing that, because then it gets proper Ridley Scott Black Hawk Down, distorted explosions. It feels like you're trapped inside an explosion that's also exploding.
Brilliant. So you should obviously. I mean, you probably are already playing Battlefield. It's great. So finally, though, the action game of the year is what we thought would be an RPG. How funny categories work. Deus Ex: Human Revolution is a fantastic stealth action game.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see this winning the action game, because that could so easily be Call of Duty or something. And I think just because something has interesting and complex elements to it doesn't mean it's not an action game. Deus Ex: Human Revolution is a fantastic action game. It feels brilliant to play, and in a way that's kind of the thing that it has improved on most over Deus Ex 1, which was gave you loads of freedom, was really flexible and creative to play, but almost everything you did in it kind of felt a bit shonky. Which didn't detract from the fun, but in Human Revolution it really shows how making stealth and shooting and stabbing people feel really, really good. Totally changes that experience into something you can get really, really excited about just every moment.
It's a fantastic stealth game. Its gunplay feels dead good. Blowing stuff up and causing explosions and pain and drama is dead exciting.
And there's fist jizzles.
And there's blades that come out of people's fists and hurt them really hard, and that's kind of what you want from any game, really.
It's just terrific. What's this thing happening? And it should be kind of like you should feel slightly disconnected from it, because it's not first person, so you're being pulled back from third person. But it's so horrible. And then and he picks it. Oh no.
So that's why we've chosen Deus Ex as our
good reasons,
action game of the year. Join us again tomorrow, and we'll talk about our game of the year. Big moment. Let us know what you think about our choices in the comments, obviously.